So it's been a minute since I had last told you guys that I was going to get the headlights and everything here on the project to finish up the wire tuck on the front of the car. But we've had a lot of things going on, you know, over the last month or so, or however long it's been. And then the monsoon season came in, so we haven't had any time to do anything to the car. And then I had realized that before I finish anything on the front end, I really wanted to get this engine bay painted. So I was going to just pull out my compressor, the paint gun, and our paint, and I was just going to go ahead and just lay the paint real quick so we could just get this video up and out of the way. And lo and behold, the motor died on my compressor, so I am now down a compressor and have no way to lay my paint here into the engine bay, and won't be able to finish the front wiring and the rest of the engine plugs until I get a new compressor. But in the meantime, we did order up some wire looms to cover up all our wires here inside the car, and this is what we ended up ordering to cover up all our wiring. Instead of the plastic wire loom cover, we got the split nylon wire loom. This, I believe, is a 5/16, so it'll have just the size to do all the small wiring. And then we ordered a 1/2-inch size to take care of the fatter wire that's going to be going up and out into the engine compartment and everywhere else. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is just get all this finished, cleaned up, and then we'll cut off this video, and we're going to have to leave the rest of this wire tuck for a part 3, unfortunately, because I'm going to have to get a new compressor, lay some paint, and we'll finish the wire tuck together. Now that we're about 90% finished with all the wiring inside the car, it is now time for us to get to working on getting the interior ready to go back inside this car. Alright, so right now we've got all blue interior for the car, panels, seats, the whole 9 yards. But we're going to be throwing in a pair of black 5th-gen Prelude seats for the fronts. And since we're going to be doing that, Danielle has decided she wants to change up the whole entire color of the interior to a black and gray theme. So we're going to work on getting, right now, all our panels are going to be stripped down and cleaned up, and we're going to get these things ready to for a color change. To change up the color of the interior, we ran out to O'Reilly's and we picked ourselves up some of this product here by Duplicolor, some vinyl and fabric paint. I used it on my coupe seats a few years ago, and it actually turned out pretty cool. It's actually really a neat product. They're about $10 a can, and they don't go very far. So we're going to be getting everything prepped and ready to do all the steps to changing the colors on the interior. And she's over there working on getting one of the back panels cleaned up already. And while she's doing that, I'll show you guys what we're going to be doing. My dog's in my way over here. I got the driver's side door panel flipped over on the back side, and we're going to be removing every Phillips head screw to get all the plastics and our speaker covers and whatever else is attached to this panel. We're going to get those off so we can clean and paint all the vinyl and plastic stuff separate and have full access to all of the cloth material behind everything that goes on the panel, so we can get everything changed up, not just kind of half-ass do this stuff. We'll work on getting all these screws removed, and we'll start tearing everything off this panel. And then once we get everything all cleaned up, we'll show you the next step. So all the panels are now stripped down. Here's what the driver's side door panel looks like. Got the armrest, everything is separate from the panel. It's all dirty as hell, so now it's time to get it all cleaned up. Once it's clean and dried, we can move on to the taping and painting. Got our first piece here all cleaned up and ready for its color change. Alright, so the two colors that we're going to be going with, our main colors of the panel, is going to be this satin black, flat satin black, and our accents for like the carpet and the fabric is going to be charcoal gray. And because we're getting ready to spray some of this color onto the vinyl, we're going to first use some of the plastic adhesion promoter first. So we're going to spray this on there, then we'll lay our color. We'll get the part hung and ready to dry, and we'll get all our panels done, get everything pieced together, and show you what it looks like after that. Alright, so I'm just kind of showing you guys what we're doing on the first panel, and once we get this first panel done, then off camera we're going to get all the panels done, and then we'll cut back to what we're doing. So we got our first panel is now taped off. We're going to change the color of our fabric first. We taped off all the vinyl first because I am just a little more fearful that if we did the vinyl first and then this second, that if we pull the tape off, that we might peel some of the new paint, you know, off the vinyl. So we'll do the fabric first, then we'll tape off the fabric once it's all dried up and we get that all cleaned up and feeling good. And one quick thing before we shoot the fabric paint on top of our panel, if you notice, like with my finger, you know, you probably can't see it here on the camera, but you'll want to brush out your fabric all in one direction just to get everything looking uniform and the same, because once you lay the fabric paint on, if some fabric is one direction than the other, it's going to permanently look that way and there will be nothing you can do about that. So we're going to pull out our can of charcoal gray, get this all baked up, and we'll lay some paint. Getting it down into the corners. Alright, now that the fabric is no longer blue and we just laid all the charcoal gray, and it just needs to dry for a good like 5 minutes or so, and then we'll take a good clean scrub brush and we will scrub it out just to make sure that the paint doesn't end up any somewhat crusty, although it really is a pretty good paint for doing the fabric, because that's what it's intended for. But you just want to double check and make sure that everything's going to be nice and soft. And then once it's dried out fully for at least an hour or two, we'll come back with a squirt bottle full of some fabric softener, and we'll lay some fabric softener on it after that, and it'll be soft as butter. These door panels are looking really nice. And one thing that I never did in the past when I did this to my coupe was I made it this far and left it as it was and added nothing on top of it for any extra protection. So we're going to try out this time on her car. We ran out and grabbed ourselves another can of some vinyl and fabric, gloss clear, to throw on top of all our paint, just to give us one more added layer of protection for the future. So we're going to lay all the clear on the panels, we'll get them all put back together, and then we'll check out how the results look. guys, so this has been a difficult one for me to put together. I don't really know how to end it, because this is a unfinished video. There are no more clips of us finishing up the interior here on the cb7. The reason why this video is unfinished is also the same reason why I've been gone from YouTube for the last 6 months. And I've been telling you guys for the last few videos that I would explain to you why I've been missing. So stick around to the very end of this video. You'll understand why I've been gone. And in the next video, we're going to talk about it. Thank you guys for being a part of this channel. Till next time, peace out.